Okay, so still got a few more of the pre-sold bikes to get through, and this is one that the guy with the 83 CR480s is having. This is an 84 CR500. So those of you that know that Honda started into the open class motocross scene really in '81 with the CR450, and then in '82 and '83 they did a 480, and then '84 they did this 500, which was the only air-cooled 500 that they did. '85 it moved to a water-cooled bike, and really the start of the popular CR500s, the water-cooled ones. These are a proper iconic bike, I think, and they go like stink if they're set up right. Obviously, they're getting harder to find, and they're a cool thing. Big 500cc air-cooled motor, decent kit on the bike, good gearbox. And yeah, just a cool thing. And looking around this one, it's obviously been used, but I think it's like the stuff that I look at all the time is it original paint on the frame? It looks like it to me. If it's not the original paint on the frame, they've done a flipping good job of colour matching it. They haven't painted it, guaranteed. And you know, just other bits and pieces like the forks. The forks look absolutely mint. It has got a couple of little issues which need resolving, and I'll mention them as I come to them. But overall, it's a flipping cracking restoration project bike, I would say. Pretty much all there, and pretty much how you would want it, really. So we'll have a quick look, closer look at it as I normally do, and then we'll see if we can get it fired up and do the gearbox check, obviously. I always like to look at the amount of wear on things like the engine cases and the foot pegs and the brake pedal and stuff. I mean, it's the original brake pedal, original foot pegs. It's not a huge amount of wear on that clutch cover there. Not a huge amount of wear at all. That to me suggests that the bike's not done a huge amount of work. Like these 500s as well, they always get massively chewed up here on this particular fin. The kickstart hits it when it returns, and then it kind of rattles around, and that is not a lot of wear on that particular fin. I've seen them with big gouges taken out from where the kickstart's been rattling, and this, that and the other, and that to me is a very good sign of a bike that's not done a huge amount of work. These air scoops here, they as you're riding along, they kind of suck air through. This one goes past the exhaust and you know, directs air onto the cylinder and the head to try to keep that engine cool. Obviously this one, what it's actually going to do really is going to suck air past a very hot exhaust, which will probably heat it up massively. Tank's not in bad nick, really. Could probably do with a bit of a restoration, but overall it's not bad at all. Seat, you can feel that the seat foam under there is not the best, so could probably do with a new seat foam and definitely a seat cover. Underneath the exhaust, there's a few dings and dents in there. The frame rails, I don't think look bad at all. We'll have to have a look when we take the stand out and see see what's going on there. So there's no pressure in the front brake. As you can see here, the sight glass has blown out. They're a plastic sight glass, and they perish, and then someone pulls the brake, and then the pressure just fractures them really. So that'll need resolving. I've got another master cylinder which can go with the bike, but it's not the original one, and so there's a different connection on it. So I mean, really, you're going to get a new hose. So get a custom. You know what I'm thinking is get a custom one made that'll attach onto the other master cylinder, and then we'd all be good. So frame number and VIN plate all intact. Got a bit of a dog fight going on under here. I might just need to sort that out. Silly dogs have bought them both a bone, and now they're fighting over the one. So anyway, yeah, VIN plate is all there, and the dating plate and everything. Fork chrome looks to be very good. And down the fork tubes there. It's good. The fork lowers look good. The wheel, if I had to cover that up with my hand, is in good condition, and no flat spots or dents on it. That I have seen anyway. Sometimes I do miss these things, but there you go. And the air scoops on the side. These air scoops are difficult to find. You can buy repro ones, but they're pretty expensive for what they are really, so it's always nice. They're often missing, so it's nice to have them on the bike. All the fins on the cylinder and the head all look to be there. Again, genuine gear lever, very little wear on the stator cover, genuine peg, not a lot of wear on that. The chain slider bits are all perished and fallen apart, which is pretty standard really for most of the bikes that I bring over. The shock is leaking. I noticed as I pushed it out the van it was a bit bouncy, so the shock is going to need a rebuild, but sometimes it's quite good that they've leaked, because the oil protects the shock shaft and stops it getting any pitting or anything. Swing arm itself looks to be in good nick. Rear wheel perfectly round, and the brake plate is in good nick, and the torque arm is not bent, which I mentioned that on one of the 480s yesterday. It's nice to see them when they're not bent. Sometimes they're bent in all kinds of directions, and I would say that just signifies that this bike has probably had a relatively easy life. It's overall in generally good condition. I would say probably more you know, corrosion from the sun or whatever than anything else. So let's get this old gearbox check done then. So we're in neutral there. It's a 5-speed box. Down into first, up into second, third, fourth and fifth. That's the top of the box. It's a 5-speed box. Down into fourth, down into third, down into second, and neutral. So all the 5 gears are there. Let's get the dogs put away, and then let's see if we can fire her up for you. Okay, so I have just had a run in. Let's just see like a good one, absolute good one. Not that rattly really. A lot of these bikes are a bit rattly. It's the resonance through the fins on the cylinder and the head. Makes them sound as though they're rattling. In actual fact, a lot of them aren't really, but the motor sounds good. It sounds really, really good. The revs aren't coming all the way down straight away, which suggests there may well be a fraction of an air leak somewhere. So that'd be something to definitely look at. But other than that, cracking bike. Shame about the shock, but like I say, just needs a service really, new seals and that, and then and I know that you're gonna fully restore it anyway, so that's gonna need doing anyway. Job's a good one. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search Phoenix Motos.